Chapter 2, Using the Shell. So what is a command? Well, a command is going to be executed on the command line, and there's many sources of the command, including internal built-in shell commands, external commands stored in binary files, aliases that you create, functions, and also bash scripts. Aliases are used to map longer commands to shorter key sequences. So to determine what aliases are set on the current shell, you can use the alias command. New aliases can be created using the following format: alias, name equals whatever command you want it to run. Aliases created in this way only persist while that given shell is open. Once that shell is closed, all those new aliases are lost. For a command syntax, it'll typically run in this fashion. So you'll run the command, you'll have any options that go with that command, and they may be additional arguments that go in there. Notice that in a Linux operating system, all commands, options, arguments, everything is case sensitive. So case matters. When you go to execute a command, the first step is to type the name of the command. So again, here's an example of running the ls command, which will list all the files and folders in this directory. When you specify arguments, these are typically going to follow the options. Arguments can be any file or directory name. Sometimes commands will require arguments, such as the touch or the cp commands. Touch being create a file and cp being copy. If we have any argument that contains special non-alphanumeric characters, use a single quote around the argument so that you can bring everything inside there. Options. Options are often used to expand the commands and modify a way a command behaves. So short options are often specified with a hyphen or a dash, followed by a single character, for example, -a. Long options are commands that are preceded by a double hyphen, -- all, or -- anything. The lone double hyphen, -- option can be used to indicate the end of all options for the command. BSD style options do not use hyphens and instead just use a single character, such as a. If you want to display some information about your system, the first command that you're going to learn is the uname command. And this uname command is going to be useful, and there's several different examples you can run. So if you run uname -a or -- all, it's going to display all the information about the system. -s will display your kernel name, -n the network node name, -r is the kernel release, and one of the more important ones is going to be -v displaying the kernel version. Another command to use is the pwd command, and this is going to display everything that's in the, or display the current working directory. What directory are you in? And that's known as the print working directory. The type command displays information about the type or the type of command that you're running. So for example, if we run type -als, that's going to tell us with the -a option that it returns all the files residing on the file system in the current location. And in this case, ls is alias to ls --color -auto. So instead of you having to run ls --color -auto every single time you want to run the ls command, it is alias to ls so that you will just type ls by shorthand. And that ls is then stored in the bin folder under the ls net file name. With the which command, WICH, will search for the location of a command in the file system by searching the path variable. And so hopefully those folders are in your path, and it will look for everything inside of there. On command completion, this is a great feature within Bash, and it provides the ability to complete commands and their arguments automatically. So you type a few characters such as CA, and then you're going to hit the tab command twice, and it's going to give you a full list of all the options that are available that start with CA. So this is a great way to autocomplete, and if you're not autocompleting or it's not tabbing through and autocompleting for you, more than likely you have a spelling error or something like that, or that file doesn't exist in the path. In order to get help, we're going to use the man command, which is used to pull up the manual. And so, for example, in this case, you're going to use man pwd. You can control the manual page with movement commands such as the space bar will go down one page, B will go up a page, 1G will go to the beginning of the man page, G going to the end, H will help display the help screen to the manual, and then /term will look for some term within the actual manual itself. The format of each man page is always broken into subsections. So you always have the name, a synopsis, a description, options, files, and the author. You'll also have some reporting bugs, copyright, and see also. So here, for example, is the man page for the ls command. And you'll notice over there, you've got the name of it at the top, what it does. A synopsis is going to tell you how you would execute that command. The description is going to give you a full in-depth description, knowing that this is going to list information about the files in the current directory by default, and it will sort alphabetically if none. And you can set that particularly if you use these extra options here. -A is going to give you everything, and do not ignore things that start with a period. A period typically reference hidden files in a Linux system, and you'll find that out here in the later chapter. If you want to search through the name, again, you can return all the man pages by using a match man name. So man-f name, it's going to find everything that returns back to that. So if I want to look for the password in there or passwd, I can do that as well. If I want to return all the man pages that match a specific keyword, I can use a -k. That concludes chapter 2.